Good afternoon or evening, guys. We are discussing for discussion B, we are discussing multivitamins and cognitive health in aging populations. Okay, so sit back and enjoy the presentation I made for you, please. Okay, all right, title, Multivitamins and Cognitive Health in Aging. A 2024 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that daily multivitamin use, centrum silver, may boost cognitive function in adults aged 60 plus. Improvements were noted in overall cognitive ability and especially in episodic memory, the ability to recall events and experiences. The findings suggest multivitamins may be a simple, accessible tool for older adults to help support brain health. Important caveats. Okay, supplements aren't FDA regulated. Supplements aren't FDA regulated, so their quality and effectiveness depends on the manufacturer. Whole foods are still superior. Nutrients from food are more easily absorbed than those from supplements. A balanced diet rich in colorful produce, lean protein, and healthy fats is strongly recommended by health professionals. The article touches on themes you care about: accessibility in aging, ethical consumer choice, and preventative care. Curious how you think multivitamins regimens stack up against nutritional interventions like anti-inflammatory or neuroprotective diets. Okay, guys, so that we're gonna delve into like 3 specific areas. So, like I said, please join me for tonight's discussion B. Great question. Given your interest in neuroprotective diets and age-related cognitive health, here's a created list of foods that research consistently links to better brain function. Okay, top brain boosting foods: fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and trout, rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which help build brain cell membranes and may slow cognitive decline. Leafy greens: spinach, kale, broccoli, packed with vitamin K, lutein, and phosphates, nutrients shown to support memory and slow age-related decline. Berries, especially blueberries and strawberries, contain anthocyanins, antioxidants that reduce inflammation, guys. Okay, and improve communication between brain cells. Okay, here we go with diet again. Nuts and seeds, especially walnuts and pumpkin seeds, provide vitamin E, magnesium, and zinc, key for memory and mood regulation. Then we go down whole grains like oats, quinoa, and brown rice help stabilize blood sugar and support vascular health, which is crucial for brain function. Okay, turmeric contains curcumin, which crosses the blood-brain barrier and may help clear amyloid plaques and boost mood. Then you have eggs, great source of choline, essential for producing acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter involved in memory and learning. Okay. Dark chocolate, 70% cacao, offers flavonoids and caffeine that may enhance memory and mood. Oranges and bell peppers, high in vitamin C, which protects against oxidative stress and supports neurotransmitter function. Olive oil, a staple in the Mind diet and Mediterranean diets, known to reduce inflammation and support cognitive longevity. These foods align beautifully with your focus on anti-inflammatory and neuroprotective strategies. Would you like help designing a simple weekly meal plan that integrates these ingredients into a memory-friendly diet? Absolutely. Cognitive health is shaped by a consolidation or con, consolidation of lifestyle choices, many of which align with your interests in neuroprotective strategies and systematic care reform. Here's a breakdown of the most impactful factors. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay. Physical activity, aerobic and resistance training improve memory, attention, and executive function. Body-mind exercises like Tai Chi, yoga, and Qigong reduce inflammation and support neuroplasticity. Social dancing has shown benefits for both motor coordination and cognitive resilience. Sleep quality. Give me 1 second, folks. Sleep quality. Sleep helps clear neurotoxic waste like amyloid and tau proteins, which are linked to Alzheimer's. Aim for 7 to 9 hours nightly to support memory consolidation and emotional regulation. Mental engagement. Activities like reading, puzzles, music making, and learning new skills stimulates brain networks. Cognitive training. Speed of processing or reasoning tasks may delay cognitive decline. Social connection. Regular interaction with others reduces loneliness and supports emotional and cognitive health. Okay, participating in community programs or volunteering fosters a sense of purpose and mental stimulation. Nutrition. Diets like Mediterranean, Mind, and DASH are linked to reducing dementia risk. Avoid ultra processed foods and emphasizing fiber, antioxidants, and healthy fats is key. Stress stress management. Chronic stress impairs memory and executive function. Techniques like box breathing, mindfulness, and dance therapy can regulate cortisol and enhance resilience. Folks. Okay, sensory health. Connecting hearing and vision impairments helps prevent isolation and cognitive decline. Sensory loss, even overload, but has a strong link strong link to reduced brain stimulation. Cardiovascular health. Managing blood pressure, cholesterol, and blood sugar protects both heart and brain. What's good for the heart is often good for cognition, especially in midlife. Mitochondrial function. Emerging research links cellular energy to production to brain aging. Exercise and certain nutrients like CoQ10 and polyphenols may support mitochondrial health. These factors form a multi-dimensional framework for cognitive vitality. Would you like to explore how these could be integrated into a frailty aware or memory friendly care models? Or perhaps dive deeper into how sensory health intersects with smart housing design? That's the $1 million question. And the answer is nonsense. No single lifestyle factor acts in isolation, but if we're talking magnitude of impact, here's how the evidence stacks up. Top top contenders for cognitive impact. Physical activity consistently ranks as one of the most potential protectors of brain health. It boosts it boosts neurogenesis, enhances vascular function, and reduces inflammation. Aerobic and resistance training have been shown to increase hippocampal volume, directly supporting memory. Sleep quality is another heavy hitter. Poor sleep impairs glymatic, uh, glymatic clearance of neurotoxins like amyloid beta. Chronic sleep deprivation is linked to accelerated cognitive aging and increased dementia risk. Smoking cessation may be the most crucial single behavior. Smoking accelerates cognitive decline by up to 85% compared to non-smokers. However, smokers who maintain other healthy habits, exercise, social engagement, can offset some of the damage. Social and cognitive engagement also show strong protective effects. Intellectual and social activities in midlife predict cognitive performance decades later. These behaviors stimulate brain networks and may delay onset of neurodegenerative symptoms. The synergistic effects. Give me 1 second, guys. A decade-long study found that individuals with multiple health behaviors, diet, sleep, exercise, social and cognitive engagement, had a slower rate of cognitive decline, regardless of age or social economic status. So while physical activity and sleep might lead the pack, it's the combination that truly fortifies cognitive resilience. Would you like to explore how these factors could be prioritized or integrated into a frailty aware care model or smart housing design that could be a fascinating next step? That's a rich question, and one that sits right at the intersection of your interests in memory-friendly housing and smart home design, folks. Environments. Give me 1 second, please. Environments and systematic reform. Let's explore how cognitive health factors can be particularly embedded into design, especially in aging, focused on frailty aware contexts. Environmental design strategies, zoning for cognitive flow, create clear spatial zones, e.g., rest, activity, social, to reduce decision fatigue and support routine formation. Visual cues and wayfinding. Use color, contrast, lighting, uh, gradients, and tactile markers to aid navigation and memory recall. Noise control. Minimize auditory clutter to reduce cognitive load, especially especially important in shared housing or daycare settings. Natural light and circadian rhythm support. Align lighting with biological rhythms to improve sleep and mood regulation. Integrating wellness into architectural movement-friendly layouts. Encourage physical activity with walkable paths, accessible stairs, and communal exercise spaces. Mindfulness zones. Design quiet nooks or sensory gardens for stress reduction and emotional regulation. Dance therapy spaces include open areas with supportive flooring and mirrors. To facilitate expressive movement and social engagement. Smart technology integration, ambient assisted living systems, use unobtrusive sensors to monitor sleep, movement, and social interaction patterns. Predictive behavioral algorithms alert caregivers to early signs of cognitive decline or emotional distress. Memory aids, voice activated reminders, digital photo walls, and personalized prompts can reinforce routines and autonomy. social and cognitive engagement features, flexible communal areas, adaptable furniture and module layouts, support group activities, storytelling, and cognitive games. Integrational design, spaces that welcome children and younger adults, foster meaningful interaction and cognitive stimulation. Creatives, creative stations, art, music, and writing corners encourage self-expression and neuroplasticity. Cognitive economics in and product and interface design. Low friction interfaces. Simplify digital tools with integrative navigation and minimal decision points. Error tolerant systems designed for forgiveness allow undo options and clear feedback to reduce anxiety and cognitive strain. Human readiness levels apply frameworks like HRL to uh, evaluate how well users can interact with new tech safety and effectively. Would you like to sketch out a conceptual layout for memory-friendly smart home or adult daycare center that integrates these principles? Would you? We could even layer in therapeutic modules like CBT or dance therapy to make it truly holistic. All right. That's a fascinating direction, especially given your focus on memory friendly housing and systematic reform. Let's delve into evidence-based best practices for integrating cognitive health into design, drawing from behavioral health, human factors, and neural architecture principles. Cognitive health centered design best practices promote autonomy and predictability. Use adjustable lighting and temperature controls to support circadian rhythms and personal comfort. Incorporate safe personalized storage and private zones within communal spaces, folks. Areas to foster independence and reduce anxiety in elderly care, folks. Routine-friendly layouts that reinforce daily habits and reduce cognitive load. Support sensory regulation. Integrate bio uh, bio elements like natural light, plants, and wood textures to reduce stress and enhance emotional regulation. Use muted colors, soft acoustics, and non-glare surfaces to minimize overstimulation, especially for individual or neurodiverse users. People that have sensory problems or get overstimulated real easy. It cuts down the frustration level for people with memory issues or dementia. So that's a good thing. Let me get the rest of this. Create walkable paths, open staircases, and dance-friendly flooring to encourage physical activity and social interaction. Design flexible communal areas that adapt to therapy, games, or quiet reflection. Enabled cognitive stimulation stations, e.g., puzzles, music, storytelling, into shared spaces. Okay, so what you want to do with dementia patients is maybe do group activities or group like in places where I used to work, we had music therapy mornings, which meant we all sat in one room, played musical instruments for the residents. Like sometimes we would get together and do us volunteers would get together and do ice cream socials for people. Just things that would get them engaged, interactions. That works. Okay, so next page. Implement predictive behavioral algorithm to flag early signs of cognitive decline. Provide voice activated memory aids and digital photo walls to reinforce routine and identity. Designed for inclusivity and dignity. Okay. Ensure ADA compliance and beyond. Wider hallways, ergonomic furniture, and accessible bathrooms. Avoid institutional ethics. Opt for warm textured materials and residential inspired finishes. Use ligature resistant fixtures that feel non restrictive and blend into the environment. And 6 is embedded cognitive ergonomics. Okay, simplify interfaces with low friction navigation and error tolerant systems. Apply human readiness levels to assess tech usability for older adults. Include feedback loops and personalized reinforcement to support engagement and learning. These practices aren't just design choices, they're care strategies in architectural form. What want to sketch out a conceptual layout for memory friendly smart home or adult daycare center using these principles? Would we could layer a therapeutic models uh, modalities like CBT or dance therapy to make it truly holistic. Okay, guys, so I'll be back on with C shortly. Let me take a break and I'll be back on with you for C. For now, Gator Wellness, take care, folks. Be back on shortly.